Hello YouTube, B3 here, back with another kicking action figure review. Today's review is over the 1994 Godzilla from NECA, also known as the Godzilla vs. Space Godzilla. And, oh, let me tell you, this figure is great. I reviewed him a while back, but the footage got deleted, so I never got to finish it. I never got to upload it. Same thing with Ultra Act, Ultraman Max, SH Monster Arts Gigan, Shogoken Collection Kiru, Pacific Rim Channel Alpha, Monster Arts Effect Set. I mean, just so many different things. I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna review those again for you guys. Everything that wasn't kaiju related, I'm not gonna review again, probably. But everything that was kaiju related, I'm gonna try to get back, review them again. And this is the first one I'm doing, I suppose. I might do the other ones. I might upload some other ones before this one, but this is the one I'm doing right now just because it's convenient. But this is actually a really cool figure. There was a monster art for him, but it's pretty expensive, and this guy you can get for around like 15-20 bucks. He's at Walmart. You can get this guy at Walmart now. Anyway, I see him all the time in the trading card section at Walmart, so go check your local Walmart. Go check your local Walmart for this guy. He's really cool. I got mine off Amazon, though, like right when he came out, so. But yeah, really cool figure. It might be my favorite Godzilla figure, and that's really saying something, because I've been collecting Godzilla as long as I can remember, and I have so many different Godzillas. And when I say favorite Godzilla figure, I'm not counting monsters other than Godzilla. I'm just counting Godzilla himself. And I have a few monster arts, but, you know, I'm afraid that I like to mess around with my figures and pose them and stuff, and etc. And I feel like if I drop a monster art, then the spines or something are going to break off because they're not real pliable. But this guy's, you know, he's not going to break if you drop him. One of his, like his head might pop off, but you know, you can just take it and put it back on. And monster art's heads are definitely going to pop off. Their joints pop out all the time. But only if you're, you know, messing with them too much. But this guy is really great. I mean, he has great articulation, just like a monster art. He's got jaw movement, his head moves all around, and so does his neck. When I got mine, these pegs weren't lined up, so if yours has a head that keeps falling off, make sure those pegs are lined up. And yeah, up and down on the arms, all kinds of movement here in the arms. Look at all this movement, you guys. Look at all the movement. Oh, yes, so much. And he has this, like, crunch in the hand for finger articulation. What? A Godzilla figure with finger articulation? Holy sheesh, you guys. That is dope. That's so dope. He's got this great crunch. He can come down really far. See how far that was? It was really great. And his legs are so great. They're detailed all the way in, like, all the way up to where the joint connects. They're detailed. And then go in and out. And see, he actually stands taller than I had him. I have him like squatting, sort of, a little bit, like in this kind of pose. But he's got knee bend, all kinds of movement down here. You know, his feet move. Really great figure. Also, he's got articulation all down his tail. But once you get to this point, this is where you have to pop the tail in, and it's all bendy wire from here down. So see, it's bendy wire. I'm not too crazy about the bendy wire, but hey, whatever. NECA likes their bendy wires. What can I say? But he's really cool. Detail and paint. Obviously he doesn't look as good as a monster art, but he looks pretty damn good. The big difference between this guy's sculpt and the monster art sculpt was probably the head. The monster art head looks a little better, but this guy's head cost a fraction of what the others does, so. That's not to say it's bad. He has good looking eyes, he has a nice mouth, very great detail in the mouth. He has his freaking double row shark teeth in there and everything. Very nice. He's got detail all the way down him. The hands feel like they're different sizes almost. Is that, anyone else catch that? Yeah, and I hear there have been quality control problems. Not as much with this guy as with the 2014, but whatever. Still pretty cool. He's got detail on the bottom of the feet, peg holes. Just a very nice figure. You know, you can see where they put the spines in. And we're going to be getting, I believe, this same sculpt again with NECA's Burning Godzilla, who I think comes out next, because the 1985 is already out at the time I'm filming this. The Return of Godzilla, Godzilla Roar. But, yeah, I mean, this guy's pretty cool, I think. So, yeah, now let's get into some size comparisons. Now here's Godzilla with some just cheap vinyl figures. Here on the left we have the 2004 Final Wars Godzilla from Bandai Creations. And here on the right, the Toys Dream Project Titanosaurus figure. So an American Godzilla and a Japanese monster figure. And as you can see, he scales pretty well with both of them. I'm very happy about that NECA put them in this scale instead of making like a 7-inch scale for these guys. But, I mean, yeah. It looks pretty good. I actually have this Godzilla in my Godzilla Throughout the Years lineup. I have all my 6-inch Godzillas lined up by year. And he's in there for the Heisei series. That's where I put him. So, he looks really good. He looks good with them. I mean, just a great size, as you can see. So he's going to scale well with your Bandai Creations, Bandai America figures if you're, you know, an American collector and just have a few American figures. He's going to go great in your collection. He's going to be wonderful. And he's going to scale up well with your monsters as well. I know many of you collect Ultraman, so here he is with Ultraman on the left, the original from the Ultra Hero series, and Ultraman Max on the right from the Ultra Act line. Yeah, so a super articulated Ultraman for a super articulated Godzilla. Now, if you like your Ultraman and Godzilla to be about the same height, this is pretty good. And of course, you know, Ultramen are always kind of squatting when they fight, which is something that they do in the show to make the monsters look bigger. So, I mean, like, if you squat your Ultras down, I mean, it looks even better. So, see, that makes Godzilla a little more imposing. Personally, I'd like maybe an 8-inch Godzilla with the Ultras if you want your Godzilla bigger. That'd be good, but all my Godzilla and Ultraman stuff's mostly in the same display. I keep the Ultramen separate because I have a lot of Ultra Acts that I want to keep in a fancy Detolf shelf. But, I mean, my Godzillas and Ultraman monsters are all together, so it doesn't bother me. Of course, we have to compare this NECA Godzilla to some of NECA's other kaiju figures. Here on the left, we have the Hong Kong Brawl Gypsy Danger, and here on the right, Scunner Kaiju, all from NECA's Pacific Rim line. And, they're too big. I mean, this Godzilla doesn't scale well with them. There is a 24-inch NECA Godzilla that scales up great with these guys, from what I hear, you know. Lots of people say that's what they like to display their Pacific Rim stuff with, but an 8-inch Godzilla would go well with the Pacific Rim stuff, too. So, yeah, you know, this 6-inch scale Godzilla is not going to go great with Pacific Rim stuff, even though they're made by the same company. They're just in different scales. Now here's our 94 Godzilla with some other super articulated Godzillas, of course. Here on the left we have the 2014 Godzilla from NECA. So they're in the same line. You know, the 2014 seems to be a bit smaller than the 1994. That's just the way the scaling came out, even though 2014 is the biggest Godzilla we've had yet. But, you know, they're really just around the same size, even though 2014 is a little smaller, so they're going to look good in displays, which is what I'm looking for. If they look good in displays and they look cool together. So I think they're personally fine. And then here he's with the SH Monster Arts Space Godzilla, which is the monster he fought in the movie. And they scale perfectly together. So if you don't want to drop a bad amount of money on the Monster Arts Heisei Godzilla, I say pick up this guy. Because, I mean, I didn't want to pay for the old Monster Arts Godzilla. And the Rebirth Godzilla looks fantastic. But I didn't want to drop that money on him either when I had this guy. So I bought this guy, totally content. Don't feel like I even need the Monster Arts. And the effects pack kind of works with this guy too. So you can still have beam effects and stuff for him. And just one more super articulated kaiju line. Revoltech. Boom. There's the Revoltech Baragon. I mean, not all the Revoltech kaiju scale up well with this Godzilla, like the Gigan doesn't and the Mogera doesn't, but the smaller ones like Anguirus and Baragon Maybe Rodan if you work it. I don't know. I haven't had the Rodan in hand, so I'm not sure how big he is. They can work well with this Godzilla. So Baragon looks good since he's a smaller monster. So yeah, this Godzilla scales up great with most of the other Godzilla collectibles I have, which is fantastic. So all in all, what are my final thoughts on the NECA 1994 Godzilla? Well, he's really cool. He looks just like the Godzilla from 1994 in Space Godzilla movie. A lot of people say he also looks like 1991, but the differences are so small that like doesn't even really matter. He's the Heisei Godzilla, and that's what matters. He looks really cool. He scales up great with your other 6-inch Godzilla, like Ultraman and Gamera figures and stuff. Looks great with Monster Arts, your other NECA Godzilla stuff, a few Rebel techs. Ultra X I think are fine. I mean, this guy's really great. And he's got such the minor problems. Like that hand thing is really the only thing that catches my eye. I've had this figure for several months now, so I don't think this is really a bias thing, but I'm gonna give this guy 5 out of 5 stars. I mean, I love him. This is the Godzilla I mess around with the most. I love him so much. I have 4 different Monster Arts Godzillas, and this guy is... I still mess with him more than I do them. I love this figure. I don't worry about breaking him. I don't worry about any of that stuff. He's great. I'll be getting this entire line. You can bet 100% this entire line. I'm going to be getting 85. You know, I just want to make sure I get him for a good price. And since he's popping up in stores and stuff now, I want to see if I can get him in a store. He's also, you know, we're getting Burning and 54. Can't wait to get into those, and I can't wait to see what other Godzillas NECA makes. I'm really excited, and maybe we'll see him at Toy Fair. I'm filming this way before Toy Fair, so yeah, that's it, you guys. If you rate, comment, subscribe. Check out all the cool links in the description below. Facebook, Twitter, follow back on Twitter. Check out other reviews, and just thank you all so much for your support. 5 out of 5 stars, and I'll see you all later.